landed in Peru and we're officially in South America. It's the first time I've been here and I can't even speak any Spanish, so I'm kind of screwed, but we're in here. We've got a nice place. I'll give you a quick sort of tour around the place. Got a little kitchen here, needs to do some cleaning. Little kind of sofa and nice setup here. Little balcony. It's pretty nice. There's like a little rooftop like swimming pool up there somewhere too. So I'm gonna hop in there later. But I got a lot of stuff to get done today because today, Sundays is always the day to get stuff done for the Monday, right? Stuff you didn't get done through the week. So I got a big to-do list of stuff to do. It seems like no one can drive in this country. It's so loud. Everyone's honking their horns at each other the whole time. So that's one thing that's not too fun. But this is the game plan. Literally just a fat list of things to do. So once we get that done, we can then chill out a little bit. But that's going to be my sort of task for the next few hours. Get that done. I'm going to have some breakfast, some lunch right now. And then I can chill out a bit towards the end of the evening before I go to then do some work to prep for a webinar that we've got tonight. So that is the plan for today, and let's get it. Just finished up a couple calls, closed a couple deals. I did some demos on our new features that we have in the software. We've got this like super cool AI feature that basically sends emails out automatically for you, which is really cool. Like personalizes them, does everything. So anyway, closed a couple deals. Just gonna make some breakfast right now because I didn't have time before my last call. Literally got out of the gym and had to run straight upstairs, hop straight on the call. So gonna make some breakfast, have a shower, have like a protein shake, get a few bits done there. And yeah, got a literally back-to-back calls until 4 p.m. So I'm gonna be a busy boy today. And yeah, we'll catch up after making some scrambled eggs on toast. What the fuck is going on?
Okay, now I can hear you.
This works? Yeah?
Yeah, but it was like you inhaled helium for the like. And I was like, what the fuck?
So you got it by just adding up R&B cash, and then.
And then what I did for cold calls was I did the same exact thing every salesperson. Was it like off the bone?
Like, bro, it was the whole chicken. Like, it was a whole chicken. Like, on the bone, off the bone, all the bone, everything. Okay, so quick Monday update. We've had a pretty slow morning, to be honest. Had a couple meetings, done a couple of onboarding calls for new clients. They did actually want to upgrade to something else, but they got declined for financing, so couldn't make that go through. A big thing right now, a big thing to focus on throughout the next couple of days, because things are going to be pretty, honestly, not too busy for the next couple of days, so I've got a lot of time on my hands, is making sure that like if I'm not on calls, I'm really using that time productively. With my free time, should I be putting all my time into training and learning sales and consulting and getting better at that side of things? Or should I be using that time to like build more stuff? You know, like build more of the things for my future? Like, do I focus on the skills or do I focus on the actual doing? And it's like a hard thing to balance up, because previously what I did and what's got me into this position today is doing a lot of training, doing a lot of skill set development. And that's been the thing that's pushed me forwards. But do I need to be doing the same things to get to the next level, or do I need to be doing different things? And this is all part of a bigger conversation that I had just a couple of nights ago with the guy that kind of runs the whole business. And we were talking about this too. Because a lot of the time when you close a deal, it's like instant gratification. Like you close a deal, you make some money, it's good, right? But we were talking more about potentially doing less kind of sales and consulting calls in the sort of short term here to build up other areas of the business, to focus more on the software that we have and be spending some time really working with a developer to build that out, to make that better. Because we've just released a load of new features. So building that out is potentially a big thing to focus on. Another thing is there's a different offer that I'm working with right now, and building out his offer and making that more successful. That's another thing to be considering too, which is more of like a not instant cash kind of thing, but it's more of like a longer term method that I can make recurring income on a monthly basis. So again, I take a pay hit at the start, but over time it would build up to be way more. And there's other areas of the business too, such as building my own agency, which is what I was talking about last video, that the guy who runs the whole thing that I actually work for, he's saying like, go for it, like do that as well. So it's really right now a case of me trying to figure out where is my time best spent, because I can take 14 hours of calls, which I have been doing for the last few days. But the problem is with that is like, I don't know if that's the highest leverage thing I could be doing with my time. And I've never really been at the point before where I've had to be worried about my time. But right now, now I just want to be doing the highest leverage tasks possible. And I've always got to think back, not what's going to make me the most money right now, but what's going to make me the most money by the end of the year, by the end of next year. I think Alex Hormozy said this in a video yesterday. Sometimes the fastest way to build $1 million business is not the fastest way to build a $10 million business. Like sometimes you have to take a little step down to then take a bigger step up. And I think now might be that time I take a little step down in terms of taking less of these calls, so I'm making less instant money, but I'm building more systems that's in the long run going to make me go up further. And I think that is what I want to do. I just got to get very clear over the vision of where I'm trying to go, over exactly what I'm trying to do. And it's kind of weird to think that I've only been doing sales consulting, this sort of stuff for, really just over a year now. And I'm already looking at different ways to do something different within this industry. It's crazy how things change so fast. I've been following up with this guy for the longest time. He runs a supplements business. It makes a few $1 million every single year. I was texting him so much. You can probably see, let me pull this up. I've been texting this man so much and he's not got back to me at all. And then I cold called him out of the blue. And then I randomly cold called him and he books in a call for tomorrow. He's super down, super excited. So you just gotta follow up. So we had an agency meeting today, went over a few important things. We need to make some new tutorial videos because now we've made so many changes, we've updated so many things. We've got to make some new changes to those videos there to make sure that all our users know exactly where to go and what to be doing. We've also adding in some new stuff for the sales team. So we've got a new way to basically track performance a whole lot better. A big thing about all of this stuff is it's about prioritizing, right? Because we have a developer who's very capable, but we've got to make sure that obviously we don't give too much stuff all at the same time, because this is the thing, we have a lot of ideas and things that we want to do, but at the same time you got to be careful that you don't overload someone with too much work, because otherwise then nothing gets done very well. So it's about scheduling things out, making sure that we're going to complete all the things that we said last time, and then once those things are completed, then we can go and put more stuff on his plate to go and complete. But we don't want to give everything to our developer right now, and then he's just doesn't know exactly what to do. Which sometimes is annoying because you want to get everything done, but you have to realize that if you try and do everything at the same time, then nothing gets done properly. Big thing on the software side, we've recently launched this thing called AI campaigns, right? It's a completely automated way of doing outreach. Because I don't think I've talked about this too much before, but our software effectively finds businesses that are looking for help with social media marketing. So if you're a social media marketing agency, we have a piece of software that goes and finds all those businesses that are kind of looking for help already. Now, we've added another feature to that's going to allow you to reach out to these businesses automatically. And it's going to personalize every single email, right? So imagine how long it take you to go onto someone's Instagram account, go onto a business's website, and then put together a personalized message and send it out. It would take you all day to do that, but let's say you would do 500 emails, it would take you all day. But kind of random note too, the weather here in Peru is actually kind of cold right now. It's not as warm as I wanted it to be. It's less than 20 degrees right now. I came here for it to be nice and warm and for me to just get lots of work done, be warm, be in a nice climate and everything else. and it's like literally colder than the UK. I think the last video I made, like, it was actually nice and sunny. Like, it's literally like the same as that, if not colder, right here now. When this Airbnb comes to its end, I'm going to just go to Mexico or Ecuador or something a bit more north, so we're closer to the equator and it's actually warmer. Because yeah, I'm not about to have it being this cold. So, but yeah, definitely got a lot of stuff done today, and yeah, we'll call it a wrap. Just gonna finish up some end of day stuff. So we'll catch you tomorrow. Let's show you around the community here. So what we've got is, if you click on the bottom right button, there should be like a little messaging icon. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Oh, I really hope this guy gets in the call. Oh, he literally just texted me. He said, "We'll be on in a minute. I'm having my partner join also."
Cool. Cool, guys. Well, yeah, Giles actually told me a little bit about you guys. He told me like you guys own a couple supplement stores.
That's right.
And you guys are local to kind of where I'm at. So like I think I saw the phone number.
Nah, I'm fucking gassed. That was a sick call. That your partner client, Giles, of a cold call, legendary. Bro, if this is like repeatable and I can just carry on just doing cold calls, bro, it's gonna give me so much motivation to go and do cold calls. Bro, I'm gonna smack the fuck out of the phone.
I want a fucking testimonial after this, Giles.
Bro, you did jack shit.
I didn't do shit, to be honest with you. I'm just flipping up the proposal agreements, documents. I'm the admin here, bro.
80, 90, 100 cold calls, 15 combos, like 3 or 4 book calls, and then if this is a close and one close.
Well, so there's the one close out of 3, or out of 15. You got 1 out of 15. It's still like a fucking. That's better than.
Out of 15 calls, you got 3 books.
That's better than he has a 20% book rate. No, it's done 3 times. Yeah, 20% book rate out of the calls, and then freaking the 33% close rate. But in theory, you're closing better than the people who give them 100 leads. They close 2 of them. You're closing like 7%.
You're closing your actual cold calls are better than their fucking warm leads. Then they're
$18,000 a year extra.
Well, and if they do something else too, like they do like email marketing, or they want us to help launch their own product or some shit in the future, like, I don't know, if you more to.
Yeah, it goes higher, but yeah. Worst case, you make $4,500. Sounds light.
That's not light.
Sounds light.
Should I text them anything like tonight, like anything at all, or just leave it till tomorrow?
Once the contract is signed, you know why we send the agreement first, right? So the reason we send the contract first before we send the invoice, when they sign the contract, they're making a commitment that they're gonna pay. Because the only scary part is when they get the invoice, no one wants to fucking pay. So like once they sign the contract,
you can turn the commitment.
Yeah, like they in their head they've already committed without spending. So they're able
and then
to,
the money's no longer scary because it's like, oh,
yeah, they've like agreed to pay already on paper, and they signed it. In their head, they paid already without actually parting with money. But then you send the invoice right after.
Oh, dude, I never thought about it that way.
So that's why you always send an invoice and agreement, or proposal and agreement. Like, cool, they sign it because it's free. It's free to sign it. It doesn't cost any money.
Yeah.
But then they get the invoice and they already signed the fucking contract.
And they like look through everything over. They're like, made sure they're cool.
Yeah.
Super, super good. Honestly, it's just more motivating for me to do some more cold calls and actually do more work. Because now, this has kind of proven the process to me. Obviously, fingers crossed, touch wood. I'll give you an update tomorrow. That's the plan. See you then. Yeah, it's currently Wednesday morning. Going for a little workout here, and we've got a pretty busy day planned out today. Got some big follow-ups. Got some, well, hopefully the first agency client to close as well. But we're gonna hit this workout. We're gonna do some shoulders. Gonna do some arms, and then we got a load of follow-ups. So looking forward to it. We'll see how it pans out. All right, we just closed one deal. It's currently midday on Wednesday, and that's $130 in commission or something like that. So it's not too bad. I got a big deal coming up here in about 30 minutes, which should be about $500 in commission. It's a big one. yeah, and then today I got another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 calls today. So amongst all those things, we'll try and get some other things closed, but overall should be a productive day. Okay, so that wraps up the Wednesday. Completely finished up now. Just went out for dinner with Rodrigo, who's actually a Peruvian friend I got out here, who I used to work with actually. So went out for dinner with him, had a nice pizza, some spaghetti, some pasta as well, which is good. And ultimately, last few days has been pretty slow. We're gonna wrap it there though. Got a couple of things in limbo right now. We got this bigger deal that should be closing tomorrow, but that got held off a little bit. Some unexpected stuff happened on his side, but that should be all good for tomorrow. And this big agency client, the one that should be signing, the one that should be my first deal to close. Hopefully, this will be closed within the next sort of day or so. They have access to the proposal, they've got the contract, they got everything that they need to make this happen, so we just got to hear back from them. So some exciting things to wait for next time. Hopefully those deals go through. Otherwise, I got to pick things up on my side. I got to make sure the team's performing better too, because team performance is down a little bit. So we got to fix that. We've got to bring that back up to speed. And a lot of this stuff comes from leading from the front too. So I got to make sure I'm doing as much as I can on my side. But that's pretty much everything. Hopefully, I don't know how this is going to look because it feels like over the last few days, I've just scrambled together some random stuff here and there. So we'll see how this actually looks once it's all done. But hopefully the idea is the quality of these videos will get better as every week goes by, as I get into more of a rhythm of doing this. So like I said, this is all new stuff for me anyway. But if you found it useful, drop a like, subscribe, whatever you want to do. I'm just going to be showing you what I'm actually doing to ultimately get to that 100K a month mark by the end of the year. So yeah, we'll catch you in the next one. See you later.